Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about what I would tell myself now if I could talk to myself at the start of my journey compared to where I am now. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro.
Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Stewart. Back in 2018, I was diagnosed with IIH. The long form of this name is called idiopathic intracranial hypertension. Some of you may also know this condition by its older names, either pseudotumor cerebri or benign intracranial hypertension. So if you're curious to learn more about what it's like to live with this condition, or what those of us living with this condition would like you to know, then I strongly encourage you to watch on. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell down below so that you get updated about further videos. I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon.
On this channel, I try and balance between showing everyone the challenges of living with IIH and trying to show that it's important to be positive with the condition too. It's really difficult for me, or at least it's really difficult in my opinion, to balance these two things, because on one hand, you want to show how difficult it is living with the illness, but on another hand, you kind of don't want to sound like you're complaining all the time. And you also want to give people who have the condition motivation that it does get better. I want to kind of get into that mentality right now by going over some of the things that I would love to be able to tell myself, especially at the end of my semester that I had while I was sick, because it was probably the most frustrated I was at that time, because I had had no tests show anything. I wasn't getting anywhere with the medical system. It was overall just really frustrating, and then being told, "Oh, it's just stress and it'll just all go away as soon as you're done with your degree." And I'm like, yeah, but there's a chance I might not make it through. I would tell myself that you must follow what the doctors are telling you, despite how much you disagree with it, or on how much of an impact it's actually going to make, or how much of an impact you think it's going to make on your overall illness. So what I'm getting at here is with the weight loss. I've said this from the beginning. If you're in the category that you need to lose weight, I still think it's important that you lose weight. I really think the weight loss has helped with particularly getting me back into the ability to stick to a regular exercise routine and being able to make the dietary changes that I've had to make. It all requires discipline. And I think that's been where it's kind of been the most empowering. You need to make the proper lifestyle choices when you're going through losing weight in order to see results. So the fact that losing weight kind of teaches you that discipline too along the way. Just as I'm finishing editing here, I'm noticing that I forgot to say one of the most important things that I meant to say with this whole weight loss thing. And that is, one of the piece of advices that I would give myself at this point is that if you follow the advice that you're given, you can be at about 80% of what you were originally. So this is the most important thing, is that if you do everything, you'll be at about 80% as to how you were feeling before you got sick. And I think if I had have known that, that would have been enough motivation right there to continue doing and pushing through everything that I had gone through at that point. Looking back now, I think I was actually referred to a dietitian before I was officially diagnosed with IIH. I don't know. I don't remember. I just know that it took a while when I was referred to a dietitian to get into one. I would tell myself that there's not really any reason not to lose weight. You know you have to do it. you know that it's important to do it. My decision to lose weight what came before I was ever diagnosed with IIH officially. I knew that I had gained a bunch of weight in school, and because I have lost weight in the past, this was unacceptable to me. So I thought that now, with having the extra time and around figuring out what was going on, I would be able to have the time to start losing weight. And I made this decision in about May of 2018, and I honestly didn't start seeing weight loss progress until about October or November of 2018. I actually ended up gaining even more weight before my lumbar puncture. To the best of my understanding, I'm hoping I gained weight because I was at my highest weight I was ever at that point, and then gradually started losing weight after August of 2018. So, the reason why I ended up gaining weight during May to August was when I actually started trying to lose weight, is when I started getting that calf pain in my legs. And so this made exercise actually quite difficult for me. And it wasn't until I had the lumbar puncture that that actually finally went away, and then I was able to get into the workouts enough that I was able to actually lose the weight. So if you guys remember from the videos where I've talked about it, I don't know if I've done an actual video on it, but I have talked about the calf pain in the past. If you guys would like to, I could do a video on the calf pain in particular. Just let me know in the comments down below. It was from August to about November, December until I actually had a solid, steady amount of weight loss occurring quite consistently, is how I would word that. Another thing that I'd like to tell myself is that it's not going to get better before you graduate. So push through this and then you'll finally get your answers. I have to admit, I had a lot of hope in the fact that I was working with doctors at the time I was going through school. It just wasn't consistent enough to really get a diagnosis. But I still had confidence that they were going to be able to find something. I gave up on that as soon as they told me it was stress, and I knew that at that point that I just had to push through until I was done. Now, I did have the opportunity to go to a dizziness clinic in April. However, probably by the time I was able to get in to see the doctor who had referred me again, I would no longer be living where I was living. So I decided to decline the referral at that point and was just like, I am just gonna wait and see what happens when I get back to my family doctor. So I knew once I was under the care of my family doctor that I would definitely get answers. I just didn't know how long it would take to get answers. And I just wish that I had have known that when I started having the double vision originally. What I may have done was went to an optometry clinic where I was going to school. And at that point, they may have found something at that point. That's the only thing that I could have done that I didn't do, that I probably would have told myself it's important that you probably should do this. And I had a feeling that I should have went to the optometry clinic there, but I didn't think at all that there would be a problem with getting answers for double vision because I've had it in the past. That made absolutely no sense to me, so I decided to continue on. And I'm just like, well, if they can diagnose it there, they can probably diagnose it at my home clinic as well. I don't know if by changing any of these things that I would have done any better or any worse. To be honest, I'm happy that I thought it was stress that was causing my issues, because it gave me even more motivation and more discipline, and my grades went up in my final semester because of that. If there's any questions or comments that you guys would like to add to the video, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone!